Okay. Company to Martyr Zacharias' cemetery. Okay, that was the first thing. What are you doing? I have to take him with me, because that's part of the thing. Wait, am I not? Cancel. Did we not rest? I thought we rested. They just fast forward and they're like, you don't... Message for the commander. I'm the Queen's bodyguard. She sent me to tell you that she's arrived at the camp incognito as planned. You can find her where the minor knightly order are camped. Come to speak with her. I will visit her when time permits. Certainly. Oh my god. Alright. Field medic. Chapel. She's just over here. Okay. Let's go do this before we rest then. He nods to you cordially. As promised, I entered the ranks incognito along with a few bodyguards. I've introduced myself as Kitrain, an old friend of yours. I'm a knight of a minor order, the Green Crows. We shall see how long it takes for Anivia to sniff me out. How does it feel to live for so long, beyond natural limits? Still, you sound like a prosecutor at a trial. Why allow yourself what others cannot have against all natural law? That is what I hear in your question, but rulers benefit from criticism, do they not? I shall answer thus. The decision to prolong my life was not mine. It was the decision of the Church of Iomade. The Sun Orchid elixirs have been paid for by the Church. The priests determined that I was needed in these dark times, both as a ruler and as a chosen paladin of Iomade. I accepted their decision and the great responsibility it entails. You've given an army and the title Knight Commander to a stranger. Why? Because for 100 years I have protected my lands, trying to drive the demon horde back into the abyss. I've tried every right and rational method. My armies have been led by the greatest generals, even Iomede's angels. My goddess's herald created wardstones for us. We have tasted victory more than once, but we've failed to close the world road. As for you, do not call yourself a stranger. You are the savior of Canabras. Hundreds of its people saw the power that descended upon you and turned the demons into dust. It's a sign they've waited for decades. A sign for all loyal hearts and followers of Iomade. The time has come. Hope has been rekindled in the hearts of my subjects. Thanks to you, hope is a priceless... Oh, thanks to you. Hope is a priceless resource. I had no choice but to give it wings. Did you decide to join the crusade after all? Because I have a curious mind, and I am quite unable to sit and do nothing for long. You ask a difficult question. I must remain as safe as possible. My death or abdication would sow chaos among our forces. However, I am not only a queen, I am also a paladin of Iomade. It is not in my nature to sit in a palace with my sword sheathed. In a manner of speaking, your request was simply a convenient excuse for me to be where I belong, crusading against the demon hordes. Besides, I'm curious to see my new knight commander in action. I have a question for you as well. Why did you wish to join you on your crusade? Is it fair for you to send us to our deaths while you stay safe in the castle? That is most impudent, Commander. What would become What would we become if every ruler or general risked themselves thoughtlessly on the battlefield? You called it the sign they've been waiting for, but I take it you are reserving judgment? When Aradin perished and Diomede took over his legacy, I was among the first to serve the new goddess. I helped restore her church from the ashes left by the chaos after Aradin's death. Since then, I have served the inheritor loyally and truthfully. I like to believe that I have earned the blessing of my goddess. After I learned what had happened in Canabras, when I met you at Defender's Heart, I had so many questions. Is it true that what happened was Iomede's work? Why was she to give this power to someone unknown rather than to one of her most loyal followers? Could it be that my faith has grown weak and I don't recognize the deeds of my goddess even when they are happening right now? Is the goddess somehow testing me? These doubts were like poison, but I refused to let them poison me. I gave you an army, declared you knight commander, and accepted you as I would have any chosen by the goddess. Why did you entrust me with Darren? I saw such a wonderful opportunity to teach the Count a lesson that I just couldn't resist. Honestly, I expected you to dismiss him forthwith. The Count would have been forced to return to court a laughingstock. It would have been a truly sobering experience. There is nothing more disgraceful for a Mendevian nobleman than to be discharged like that. Darren Arende. Darren Arende. He was such a lovely child. His mother, Lady Selena, was one of the most gracious people I have ever met. She was amiable, yet decorous. Decorous? And truly kind. Bonds of kinship among the nobility are on the whole... What? Bonds of kinship among the nobility are on the whole highly practical and only useful for forming alliances. But Countess Andrade Arende managed to become a true member of my family. I suppose that's why I spent so much time believing her son to be a better person than he actually was. His company is a heavy burden. Still, I must admit that I am quite pleased that you decided to keep him on as a companion. There's a small chance that once he has a true taste of the Crusader life, the Count will finally cease to mock the Crusaders as cynically as he is wont to do. May I ask you a personal question? I've learned so much about Queen Galfrey from the chronicles and legends, but what about the other Queen Galfrey, the one the historians and bards cannot see? That Galfrey is an old woman, weighed down by a great burden. She has not lost her passion, and she will make the feathers fly when time comes. I look forward to working close with you, and who knows, maybe feathers won't be the only things flying. I see my knight commander is not above resorting to clumsy innuendo. Do you really think that you are the first person to attempt to charm me with such words? You are not. If you want to impress me, you'll need to do better than that. I must go. Alright, can I rest in here? Yes, okay. Like, can I not rest? Okay, good. Now everyone should be rested. They are! Yay! Okay. Exit the area. Dude, I like that there's an exit right here. That's handy. Alright, we should take this guy with us. I forgot how people worked. Guess we'll just go with it like this and learn them again. It's been like a week and a half since I've played the main campaign just because of all the stuff going on. More of this. Okay. The commander becomes host to an anomalous force and his dreams are filled with strange visions. Okay. You can now control armies on the global map. Winning battles against demon forces provides a number of benefits, such as resources for your economy, relics which can be turned into powerful items, and captured enemy fortifications that previously blocked the advance of your party armies. These fortifications can be rebuilt into forts of your own. Enemy armies differ in strength, which is displayed as a number next to the army's name. By hovering over the enemy army, you can learn more about its composition and the reward it is guarding. You can switch between party management and army command modes by clicking the banners at the top of the screen. In army command mode, you can select armies by either using the panel on the left or clicking the figures on the map directly. Much like your party, armies use roads to move around the map. To move, an army must spend movement points, which can be restored by resting for 1 day. Okay. We'll worry about that in a minute. The commander becomes host to an anomalous force, and his dreams are filled with strange visions. He feels the space around him distort, and his sensory organs are flooded by false images, bred by distortions of light and air. Reality itself tries to expel the commander into some dark tunnel. At the other end, a grim figure awaits. His body resists this crude attempt to wrench it from reality, but the unknown force finds a tangle in the commander's soul, one made of demonic rage and destructive desire. The stranger grabs at it and pulls, like the hunger reeling in a harpoon. Like a hunter reeling in a harpoon. Troubled by the sudden intrusion, the dark and ominous force deep in the commander's soul answers with a menacing growl. The commander... Wow. This is bad. Well, let's try the Arcana, even though I'm just +2. Perception is not going to win. Try to understand what's going on. Failed. However, the commander never encountered anything like this before. He unleashes the dark and unbridled part of his soul. With a triumphant and savage howl, it breaks free and fills the commander's thoughts and senses. Its rage, like a burning spear, streaks across the dark tunnel into the one who troubled the commander. A heart-rending scream filled with pain and animal fear strikes your ears. The moment passes and the attraction fades. The enemy is withdrawn back to the shadows. The apparition proceeds, leaving the commander wondering whether it was really a nightmare. Alright, so I have an army of 100 people. $15 and $5. Can I right click on it? Okay. Cultists and cultist fighters. So there's 20 dudes. I could send an army of 100 after them. Oh, I click the arrow on the actual army. Like, I appreciate the game trying to give me tutorials on how to use the map, but they keep popping up the tutorial right when something important is about to happen. Characters assigned to perform protective rituals perform the spiritual ritual every 30 minutes of travel by making a lore religion check. The check is successful, the party's movement speed is temporarily increased. The DC increases with each consecutive check. Different locations also have different skill check DCs. Characters assigned to Night Watch increase their party's range of vision on the global map based on their perception skill. They also make a perception check, which, if successful, increases the chance of meeting a traveling merchant. Characters assigned to Camouflage make a stealth skill. A successful check lowers the probability of a random encounter on the global map. So this is for me, not really for armies. Characters assigned to Alchemy and Scroll Creation will have a chance to find useful ingredients while traveling on the map. Enemies are retreating. Pursue them and fight. Pursue. How do I control 100 dudes? Oh, Jesus, what is this? Okay. You could have told me this at the beginning of combat. Your army is engaged in battle. The enemy army is displayed on the right and the Crusader army on the left. Battles are played out in turn-based mode. The turn order is displayed at the top of the screen. Units with high initiative act first. Once all units have taken their turn, a new round begins and the turn order is repeated. During the turn, a unit can perform one of the following actions. Move or use its melee attack. The range of the unit's movement depends on its speed. Use a ranged attack if one is available to the unit and there are no enemies near it. Use an ability if one is available to the unit. They appear at the bottom of the screen. Pick up total defense, boosting its AC, or wait, postponing its action until the next round. Whenever a unit performs an attack, the damage is dealt as follows. All soldiers in the attacking unit make a damage roll to determine the base damage. The damage multiplier is determined according to the formula attacking units attack plus 21 minus the target's AC times 0.05. The damage multiplier cannot be less than 0.05. The base damage is multiplied by the damage multiplier, resulting in the total damage dealt. I didn't understand any of that. Just click on bad guy died. Let's say that. This is... I will do between 108 and 243 damage, and I will kill one or two of them. Thank you. I lost 11, they lost 20. So, I mean, that's a bonus. That's a step in the right direction, right? Woof. Crusader morale. The morale stat reflects the general mood of the Crusaders. Positive morale increases resource income, and number of troops available for recruitment, while negative morale decreases these numbers. Morale changes dependent on the morale banners. While special conditions are met, the banner remains green and indicates morale by 1 per day. If special conditions are not met, the banner turns yellow for 3 days. It still increases morale by 1 per day. Then the banner turns red and decreases by 3 per day. The army is currently carrying 2 banners. A banner of victories that stays green after you defeat demon armies. Each victory over a demon army adds 4 days to the time of banner victory, stays green. And the banner of a march on Dresden stays green while you defeat enemy armors on the road to Dresden. Each victory over a demon army on the road to Dresden adds 10 days to the banner. Jesus fuck. Each unit has its own combat morale, the starting value of which depends on the Crusader morale. Various combat effects and spells can change combat morale until the end of battle. Positive combat morale grants the unit a chance to perform another action on the same turn, while units with negative combat morale have a chance to panic and lose their action or even flee. Undead units, as well as some others, do not have combat morale and thus are not affected by any of the effects that increase or decrease it. Having defeated a band of cultists who had driven the captives from Canabras and made the ruins of Vala's gifts their temporary base, the commander's army celebrates its first triumph. Unfortunately, the demon worshippers have killed all the citizens and gathered their belongings into a huge pile in the middle of the camp. Around 600 resource points. Oh, I need to make him mythic, huh?
Watching a Midnight Sumo play Pokemon and just going through it right now.
Typical. Ooh. Boundless healing. I can heal from a distance. Let's get that. Okay, so I can't get there from here. Where do I enter Canabras from? Am I at the northern gates? Bro, the city is big. Oh. Well. Okay, here we go. Hello.
Not using the. I didn't have my hands on my fingers on laws. I have them on the PSF. I was like, what the hell?
I know that feeling. An elderly man limps toward a grave and clumsily throws a handful of soil inside. How unfair, they were all so young. They had their whole lives ahead of them. They sacrificed themselves, and an old cripple like me still lives. An elven woman with her face bathed in tears steps towards the grave. The painting, it burns like everything else in the house. There's nothing left for me to remember you. Nothing. Yeet! He throws a handful of soil onto the grave in front of him. I wish you a warm welcome in Shellen's realm. We will win this war, I swear to you. We'll banish this ugliness and evil, make the world richer, and let peace blossom in it. God, I cannot read, dude. We'll make sure anything like this, and then he breaks into sobs mid-sentence. I'll be a good guy. Thank you for everything you've done. They were good people. I can't believe they're gone. Zombies. It's a zombie run.
Can we retreat already?
Zombie Lord. What level am I? 6. What the fuck just happened? With my entrapping longbow? What the fuck? Whenever it deals a critical hit, all enemies within 10 foot must pass a reflex saving throw or become entangled. I don't understand all this like stacked like that. That's weird. Huh. Does he get 3 attacks now? Is that his thing? Oh, there's some over here.
Cover me, all right? Can't you just die already?
Hello. Jesus.
Die!
Good menu item. What? Want more? It's not fast.
I'll cut you wide open.
Holy crap. Did my difficulty options stay? No. But I'll keep an eye on this. I'm not opposed to delaying this because I much more enjoyed my play of the DLC with the difficulty reduced. So if this starts to get annoying, I'll just knock it down.
No glory without risk.
Wish that crow would stop flying in front of the camera. It's annoying. Yeah, he just gets 3 attacks. Bro, leave Woljif alone, dude.
Let's hear you cry.
What is this twisted mockery? Who could possibly... Wait, what's this? Take a look at this. Cultists. Simply murdering my friends was not enough for them. No, they had to come to the funeral and desecrate their graves. They will pay for everything they've done when we find them. You're right, they can't be far. We can't allow them to torture anyone else this way. Wait, the townspeople fled with the undead, from the undead without knowing we have a traitor among them. Wherever they are, they're in great danger. We must find them.
Move out. Head on.
Let me out, I'm suffocating.
This is my kind of work.
Unquiet dead. The half-rotten corpse of a woman shambles out of the crypt. Thank gods. And thank you, too. I knew this was going to happen someday. They buried me alive. I hate to break it to you, but you are actually dead. How dare you? What utter foolishness. Do I look like a corpse to you? No, no, no. You forget yourself. You should be ashamed to say such things. The dead Baroness wags her finger out in a chastising manner, but cuts short, staring at her own hand. What? How? This simply cannot be. I shan't permit it. I'm afraid it's true. I am truly sorry. This graveyard was desecrated by a necromancer. It seems that he disturbed your rest as well. So I died, but even in death, the accursed servants of the Abyss are torturing me? Can nothing be done? Perhaps you should just lay me to rest. Perhaps you could lay me to rest? I've quite enjoyed my life in this world, but now there is no place for me here, not in this miserable form. Would you like to pass along any words of comfort to your friends or family while you're here? That good-for-nothing band of hangers-on? Most certainly not. Thank you very much. I am reasonably confident that they have already brought my estate to ruin and squandered the fortune I bequeathed to them. They will have to do it without my missives. Spare us both the indignity and embarrassment. You see, I would still be in the company of those I truly cared for, were it not for your discourteous sorcerer and his parlor tricks. Rest in peace. Thank you. Do feel free to take my burial jewelry. Those pieces are dreadfully out of fashion where I'm going anyway. Didn't even have any loot.
Pretty good, aren't I?
The mongrel did it.
You
Yet another obstacle.
The spirits demand your blood!
You're welcome, I guess?
Search for the beauty. Always be ready for the worst. Not your eyes.
You can trust me. Save the last one for me.
Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Wow, I'm loving that she's just getting shredded now.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Begone, fiend!
Man, he could put some hurt, dude.
You are today's sacrifice!
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
You won't survive me.
Okay. Did somebody give those zombies Red Bull? Yes.
My will is resolute.
The heartbeat quickens. Go for their hearts!
At the edge of the map? Yeah, okay. What's up, Matthew? How are you, sir?
Done! I lead. You follow.
Oh, it was back down, I guess.
Got it.
God damn, bro. I'm doing all right.
Did we find trouble? No, they did.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm taking the day off of streaming, but hopefully I'll get my new computer up and running tomorrow as well. Like, actually swapped out, I mean. It's up and running.
Endure this!
Alright, Necromancer's dead.
I'll cut you wide open.
That little dragon or a different species name? It's a little dragon, yeah.
Distract them for me.
Fall!
The light, take you!
I can't run that far. Ah, I missed a lot. Bummer.
Make every strike count.
Can I hit you from there? Nope. Alright, we'll move forward some more.
Time to share your treasures.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
The spirits demand your blood.
I will bring down the divine wrath.
Stop! I surrender. I give up. Please don't hit me. You damned rat, how dare you? You scumbag, I remember you. You came to our temple begging for healing just a month ago. We fed you, we shared our table with you and took you in. Then you... I don't even know what I'm going to do with you. Stop it, I surrender. You're... he ignores the guy's cries for pain, punching him right in the teeth. He spits out blood but continues, fighting past the wild blows to his increasingly bruised and busted face. You're a priest of Shelyn. I've surrendered. So you have to spare my life. Your goddess demands it. Is this true? Your religion doesn't allow you to kill him? Yes, the Eternal Rose is known for her grace. She teaches us to show mercy to anyone who asks for it. It's one thing to slay an enemy in battle, but a captive, you must try to save their soul, to show them the beauty of the world, persuade them to abandon their path of evil. Difficult, but the world is better for it. I'm just repeating your own sermons back to you. Come on, social. Try to make me repeat my sins. Perhaps your kind words will make me abandon Baphomet's teachings, run to Shellen for redemption, and start knitting some masterpieces of my own. Hit him some more, but be careful not to kill him. Shellen says nothing against kicking a few teeth in. Enough. He's defeated and will disturb the dead no longer. Pummeling him further is not justice, only revenge. I had absolutely no idea there was so much rage in me. It's a shame, a disgrace, but I must admit that I enjoyed beating him. Forgive me for letting you see me like this. It should never have happened. You are the commander, and he is your captive. It's up to you to decide his fate. I surrender. Here, take everything I've got, just don't kill me. Gives you a scroll of scorching ray. What do you think I should do to him? I have no right to decide whether he should live or die. You are in charge. I condemn him to death. His sentence will be carried out immediately. No, please listen, May the goddess forgive him, for I will not. Thank you for taking this sin upon yourself. It's all right, you're all safe now. We should bury the bodies again. This place is a place of peace, and we must not leave it desecrated like this. May the Eternal Rose grant them peace at last. Let's be on our way. We have many more innocents to protect from the horrors of this war.
Onwards!
He didn't give us everything he had. He had another scroll and a bow. What a dick. What is the Hearthound campsite? I wish they would tell you the quests. It's a quest for Sela. Here it is. League of the Inspiring Cart. The ring must be there. Okay. This is the ring that was left at the okay. Gotcha. Someone on the road. Magical anomalies are common in the world of Galarian, so common that the use of the word anomaly itself is questionable. A regular city dweller will encounter a chaotic manifestation of supernatural power at least once in their lifetime. One might naturally assume that the strange sky, the ghostly fire from rifts in the ground, the rains of eyeballs, all that the world wound is known for, should find some purchase in the mortal mind. But even the most worldly of travelers even the most worldly of travelers feel uneasy at his borders. Why? Perhaps instinctively, They understand that this place is not merely a magical wasteland, but a wound, an ulcer through which the world itself bleeds into the abyss. The commander and his army walk up the high banks of the West Selen River, where it draws near the border of the world wound. The soldiers' feet halt unbidden. On the other bank rises a series of cliffs, too regular in shape to have been formed by winds or water. The sky hangs over the sharp edges and sickening bends, the shade of mercury on the horizon, rising to dirty rust. As it arches above the soldier's head, it regains its familiar azure hue. The soldiers whisper and grumble. The commander's eyes feels eyes on his back. Somewhere among them, wearing simple armor and unrecognized by anyone whose ruler of Mendev, is standing and watching. The commander gives a signal to wait and climbs to the highest point along the bank. There he decides to... Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry, Mom. I don't know what plan B is. You can tell me on Discord if you'd rather discuss it there as well. I will boost their morale. Fair enough. The commander addresses the troops, reminding them of the importance of their mission and that their greatest battles lie ahead, but the soldiers do not seem inspired. They knew what they were signing up for, but the psychic burdens of knowing the doom ahead and of trusting a new unfamiliar commander to lead them are planes apart. Okay, sounds good, Mom. Thank you. The reluctant army continues on its way. The lines of soldiers step warily beneath the shroud of a low black clouds. It is like the world wound has reached a finger into the lands of Mendev. The gesture seems eerily harmless, but then the clouds come to life, shooting out howling tornadoes one after another. The tornado comes from all sides, from ahead, behind, and right above the soldiers' heads. Confused and disoriented, the soldiers run through the wall of deadly storms. One by one, the elements drag them away into the sky or cast them down into the cliffs and into the river below. In the first half hour of the tornado attack, the army has already lost several people, and the wounded number in the dozens. The commander struggles to restore order for a time. It is the first encounter with the world wound, and the army has already suffered losses beyond just its soldiers. They have also been sapped of the nebulous potent essence that some call morale. Gathering their strength somehow, the army continues to move forward. That's some horse shit. Alright. So how does one increase their army size? So that's something that fucked with my soldiers. Like, I lost even more soldiers. Morale minus 10, current morale negative 8. See you later, Mom. We'll talk to you tomorrow, probably, on Discord. Have a good flight. Oh, I can recruit generals. What are these numbers? Determines the power of spells and abilities used by a general in combat. Army size increase. Infirmary size. So I need a general to increase my army. Recruit a general. Okay. I have a general in this army. What does green versus yellow mean? Idea. Okay, let's rest here. Oh, create a new army or replenish an existing one. Oh. Is this a one-time cost? Oh, 2,000. Well, I guess 500 is done. Like, that's no longer a thing. Ooh, I can combine the armies. But I can hold 150 max. No? Doesn't seem that way. All right. So now I have a level 2 army, I guess? Okay, cool. Okay, that's as far as they can move this turn. Interesting. So I have a certain amount of distance I can move per day with them. Okay. Oh, I don't want to do that. Rest. Put him on protective rituals. Him on camouflage.
How beautiful is the unspoiled countryside that has escaped the taint of the world wound. It is only in these places that you start to appreciate the beauty of nature.
Uh-huh, I see what you're getting at. I'm a city lad, me. Oh, and I just love seeing the sun gilding the roofs, the glitter of the night soil as people empty their chamber pots out through the windows, The pigeons gnawing on one of their dead pigeon pals. It's enough to bring a tear to your eye.
Hey, everything went well. Excellent. All right. How do I enter? Weird.
Can't hide from me.
What? We're finally here. Ellen and Carl must be around here somewhere, and Jaina too. If they gave her permission to leave. Ah, there they are. Greetings, Sela, and greetings to you, Knight Commander. Elin is feeling a little shy. He thought he asked for a couple of nobodies like us, but now you've turned into the savior of Canabras, Knights of the Fifth Crusade marked by Iomede's blessing. You still came to help him dig up a pile of junk. Let's not talk about it. I assure you, I'm the same Sela. Your friend from the League of the Cart, and we came here to help you look for Elin's ring. By the way, where's Carl? He didn't come with us. He said an old wound was acting up. All right, my friends. Since we're here, let's finish this mission quickly. I really don't feel comfortable bothering the Knight Commander with my personal problems. Am I making you nervous, Elin? I apologize. Jaina is right. Much has changed since we met in Canabras. Some things for the better, some not at all. What does the ring look like, and where should we look for it? The last time I saw the ring, it was with my things in my traveling chest. Now the camp's in total disarray. I don't know how we'll ever find it. The ring is made of a shiny silver metal with a deep blue-green jewel. You can't miss it. Master Derek is not just a jeweler, he is an artist. There's no mistaking one of his creations. Sounds delightful. I wish I possessed one of Master Derek's fine works. I've seen them from afar, worn by visitors to Gwyrm's mansion, but I've never held one before. I was never allowed to approach important guests. Cappy stole my stuff, chat. Uh-oh. I'm not one for florid compliments, my lady, but I suspect the master would happily give you one of his works as a gift. He does that from time to time when he meets someone whose beauty inspires him. Thank you, sir. A trinket worth several months' pay, eh, Elin? The rules on the surface are insane. You should give your girl fried rats like we do. It'd save a lot of trouble. Alright, off we go. Jaina and I will look around the northern side. We'll see when we find we'll see you when we find something, or we'll just give up trying.
Uh-huh.
Do not fear! Do not waver! No glook, they will break against our resolve.
I'm all ears. Did you see that?
Into the fray!
Did we step on their toes as well?
Move out!
I'm sure it won't be in the camp itself. That would be too easy. The tent has been cut open from the inside. The knights apparently left in a hurry. Hat of Heartening Song. Whenever the wearer of this hat uses any song, the song also grants fast healing. Nobody here sings, so... This tent is different from the rest. There's a strong burnt smell from around it, and rustling sounds come from within. Bad guys. Oh, hello.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Run them through!
Ground is trampled here and there are signs of battle everywhere. The Heart Hounds were clearly attacked by demons.
Head on!
Damn! It's just not my lucky day.
Piece of an antique ring.
I lead. You follow.
A small closet demon emerges from the chest. It looks at you angrily, screwing up its little face. It's mine! Mine! Elin, look, that creepy thing. What's it holding? I've seen one of those before. It's a small demon. These small demons like to tease and bully. It'll bolt off if it senses any real threat. Let's surround it and attack it all together before it can figure out what's happening. Mine! Mine! They're alright, they'll come around soon. Quickly, Kang, let's catch the little rascal before it runs off with the ring. Thank you.
Onwards!
Before Elin manages to get to the closet, the halfling Curl appears right next to it, quite out of nowhere. He snatches the ring. You mustn't get it. Curl, what are you... Elin, stop. Have you gone mad? He's using a summoning spell. Why didn't you stop?
Yet another obstacle.
You are today's sacrifice!
Cover me, all right?
You won't survive me. Eternal Rose, I call upon you!
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Out of my way!
Endure this! Begone, fiend!
The light take you!
I could have sworn. Oh, it's down here. What am I doing? He lured us into a trap. Curl was the only one who knew where we were going. He knew we thought there wouldn't be anyone at the camp besides some small harmless demons. He set up a trap. I wouldn't be surprised if his demon masters had had him targeting the commander from the start. Talk about believing in the redemption of scoundrels. We barely know anything about what happened. Curl is a good lad. He's not a spy or a murderer. Maybe they threatened him, tricked him, or even bewitched him with demon magic. We'll never know because you let him escape. Better to let a thief escape than cut down an innocent. Elin, think. Sela was defending someone she thought was her friend, and she stopped you from doing something you might regret. I don't need a shepherd to light my path and save me from my regrets. Can you say the same, Sela? Or you, Commander? You clearly have something to say. Go ahead, spit it out. I didn't want to say this, but I think of you as a friend, so I'm going to warn you. After what happened at the Grey Garrison, you're in serious danger, and maybe not just you. You might like to ignore the military hierarchy and the rules of knightly orders, but there's wisdom in them that has stood the test of time. A soldier rises from a private to an officer, a knight begins as a squire. Even Iomede's paladins gain their abilities gradually, but not with you and the commander. You were granted incredible powers, far surpassing seasoned paladins, with experience and skill far beyond your years. You received this gift at just the right moment and saved the lives of across Mendev. That is a great deed that will be remembered for ages to come. But with what's happening next was wrong. They began to worship you. The Queen gave you such vast power, all while you sidestepped everything. Training, experience, hardship. This is not the first time Her Majesty has behaved rashly. And how much good has this brought Mendev? I'm frightened by what I see, especially by the way that you, Sela, trust people so easily and jump into adventures without looking. One day you'll lower your sword when you should have driven the blade home, just like thousands of bright-eyed youngsters will after you. I wanted to tell you the same thing, Commander. So if I understand you correctly, I am an incompetent leader who never earned my position?